Trump administration announced its decision to limit the number of refugee admissions to 7,500 in 2026 in a notice published on Thursday. This marks a massive cut from the previous limit of 125,000 refugees set by former President Joe Biden in 2024. The previous lowest refugee admissions cap was set by the first Trump administration when it allocated 15,000 spots for the fiscal year 2021. The 7,500 admissions are to primarily be allocated to Afrikaner South Africans. This comes just months after U.S. President Donald Trump announced the suspension of critical aid to South Africa and offered to allow members of the Afrikaner community, who are mostly white descendants of Dutch and French settlers, to settle in the U.S. as refugees. During a meeting with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa at the White House in May, Trump claimed that there was a genocide taking place against white farmers in South Africa. The South African government has strongly denied that Afrikaners and other white South Africans are being persecuted in South Africa. A section of advocacy groups has also called the new limit on U.S. refugee admissions unfair. Some argue that the U.S. is now effectively shut to other persecuted groups or people facing potential harm in their home country, and even former allies that helped U.S. forces in Afghanistan or the Middle East. The Refugee Council USA reports that since the passage of the Refugee Act in 1980, the United States has admitted more than 3 million refugees through its refugee admissions program.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
In January, Trump signed an executive order suspending the program, which he said would allow U.S. authorities to prioritize national security and public safety. Wilkis Anyabwa, CGTN.